still not subscribed to the partition, you know, it's a lot of ways that you can do this besides watching all the content. But before we start, always remember, go to the channels link. Every show that we have, you can always see every show before everybody else see the show. But besides that, always remember, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, put it on all. Until then, always remember, anything is possible. Thank you for choosing the partition. Now let's get into the show. Anything is possible. Peace.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a huge.
So what's up?
That's right. I'm the legendary running Spencer.
WD.com. I love the conversation. My son got me this with my dad, so I can always have him with me whenever I do the show. Hold on, wait. I want to laugh. Welcome back to Choppin' It Up with Lil Ron. As we celebrate the late part of Black History Month, I like to bring on a lot of people that actually turn back around and do different things. This particular guest caught my attention. He's a cook. He does everything with seasonings. It's amazing. I want you guys to welcome the one and only, I call him Rich. What's up, Rich?
What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Happy to be here.
Man, you know, I'm so glad to actually bring you on the show because I think anytime somebody do something unique and put their own twist to it, they need to be recognized. It's just no matter what a person say or what they do, hey, if they do something and it's right, I'm all for it. Now, what I do this for everybody that come on the show, I introduce them to my guests, and once they go from there, and we can move on to the next step. Now, introduce yourself to my guests, and from there, we can go from there.
Okay. My name is Chef Rich with Hood Cuisine. I got everything that you need to elevate your plate.
Yes. Hey, you know, a lot of people don't know the definition of elevate because some people think that when they do certain things, they feel like that, hey, look, I'm going to do this right here, and that's all I'm going to do. They don't know that it's not a lot of things you can do. You can put a twist to certain things. Sure. And sometimes people like exotic stuff. Because, you know, some people don't like certain things. Right. Some people like to live above the limits, and some people like to stay within the limits.
Right.
But what you have and what you have to offer is something totally different. And people go crazy. I heard about you and your product from a friend, and they told me that this guy do a lot of events here in Houston. Matter of fact, and I'm pretty sure you all over the world. First thing I want to know, what got you in the field of actually cooking? That's the first thing I want to know.
Okay. Cooking, well, since I was younger, you know, I'm an only child, so you know what I mean? My mom, she was always cooking and stuff. My dad, he had his own business. He was a heavy-duty mechanic. So he was always out on the road, working long hours. So we just, you know, she'd be cooking in the kitchen, breakfast and stuff. I'll wake up, I'll be on the couch, just watching her season her foods and getting in there. When I got old enough, you know, she let me do a little something, you know what I mean? But I got all that from my moms, you know what I mean?
And you know, when you said mechanic, that's crazy because I've been cooking since the age of 13 years old. And my dad was a mechanic / 18-wheeler driver. That's like ironic that that's similar. And my mom, she stayed in the kitchen cooking back in the days. My mom used to work for a company called Otto's Barbecue, and she used to work at Otto's in the morning times. And she come home late afternoon. We give anything to get one of them greasy hamburgers. I mean, I tell people, I don't knock people with hamburgers now, but man, Otto's Barbecue was one of the best barbecue places in Houston. All the greats, the presidents been there. Marvin Zindler, rest in peace, man. So many people went to Otto's Barbecue, man, out there in Memorial, man. That place was like really, really good. I love that place.
Man.
Now, once you started to do your cooking, what was one of the first signature dish that you actually made that people basically gave it that motivational push, like, hey, look, man, I need to make this out of a business.
Okay, my signature dish is actually my sticky icky wings.
Whoa, sticky icky. Hold on, wait. Hey, when you say sticky icky, I think about Snoop. Sticky icky, ooh wee.
Ooh, well, that's a little bit with it too, but it have a little twist on it. I make my own mango puree from scratch. And it's like a little soy sauce in there, you know what I mean? Different little twists, little lime zest, you know what I'm saying? Lime juice, a little honey, you know what I mean? Got a little spice in there, a little sriracha. So make that, put my seasonings on there, you know what I mean?
And that's it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm always cooking with seasonings, my olive oil. I'm cooking with everything is infused. With that, you get mashed potatoes, green beans, or corn, your choice. You know what I mean?
For those who do not know, because I don't want to lose y'all. First thing I want to say is this: I am so happy and I'm amazed to see our culture doing other things, stepping out. Other cultures do things like they take wines and put them in their food and
Sure.
they serve them. And a lot of people don't know what infuse mean. Can you kind of explain that to them for the audience that don't know what infuse is? Because somebody gonna think you're talking about a cigarette lighter fluid or something like that.
Nah. Okay, we have infused. We either have THC or CBD.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You can use you just really extract the CBD or THC from the actual plant and extract it into your butter, your oil, your seasonings, your olive oil, whatever.
Okay. Now y'all know what that is. So, because a lot of people be asking questions, so I want you to know what infuse is. So, you infuse it. So, this is what I want to ask. I remember seeing a TV show. It had 2 chains on there, and they have different cooks come on there, and they have like infused steaks.
Right.
Infuse cakes.
Right.
Infuse. I seen chicken wings. I think somebody ate a 24 karat gold.
Oh, 24
chicken.
karat. Yeah.
I seen that. I seen a whole bunch of stuff. They have a lot of things I be actually seeing. When it comes to your particular product, because you make your product from scratch. It ain't like you just bought it online and say, hey, look, I'm using this. What do you do when you developing a product that you say, hey, look, I want the market to use, and how would you know this is the seasoning right for you versus this is the season that's right for you? How do you know the difference when it comes down to your customers?
Okay, well, for me, I always cook with it. I'm
Okay.
gonna cook with it 1st. I'm gonna taste it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have friends come over. I'm
Okay.
gonna cook for them, have them taste it, and then I'm gonna go to my pop-up shops and I'm gonna have samples. And once I get the verdicts of everyone, then I'm gonna put it out on the market.
See, a lot of people do not do that. They just basically, hey man, try this right here. Somebody get home, no, I don't really like this. Besides the person that introduced us, which was Jones,
For sure.
I had 4 other people. I brought your name up, and they said, yeah, that dude is the truth. They said, man, you never heard of him? I said, no. They said, man, that man is the truth. They all named different pop-up events you go to. Like you said, you do pop-up shops.
For sure.
They bragged about all the stuff that you do, but it's a question that I wanted to ask you personally. Did you get into making like the sauces, like barbecue sauce, maybe the ketchup,
Yeah, sure.
the mayonnaise?
For
Did
sure.
you get into doing that too as well?
Yes, sir. I got Dr. Pepper sauce, just like I got Dr. Pepper sauce. I got, like I said, my sticky icky wing sauce. I'm finna come out with more sauce like what the honey barbecue. I could do that. I can really make whatever sauces you want. I can make your sriracha sauces, even if it's just like your own special sauce that you like in the store. I can infuse that too.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
So
for sure.
ain't no limit. You can custom the sauce to the customer.
Yes, sir. No limit.
Oh wow!
You can
So
infuse anything.
in going into actually doing this, what was one of the first big events that you actually did, like displaying, like, hey, look, this is my stuff. Let me bring it to y'all. Let me show it to you. And how was the reaction?
Okay. My first big event, my first constant event
Okay.
actually, consistently is Rip the Mic.
I heard of that, so I know exactly what that is.
Rip the Mic.
It's like a
That-
down south version of like the run the carpet thing they be doing like in New York. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, sir. And man, I've been doing it for like 2.5, 3 years almost. And man, I'm talking about just it's always love. Always love at Rip the Mic. It's you know what I'm saying? It's just like the people that you will think that you'll never run into. You know what I mean? Like you think like all these all my folks, you know what I mean? All my black folks, they just like, oh, so rude and just so, you know what I'm saying, just belligerent. But no, man, I'm talking about all these cool, nice people, you know. You think if you step on somebody's J's, they're gonna be pissed off. Like, oh no, they're apologizing to me. Nah, man, I was in your way. You know what I mean? And then all these beautiful people and like-minded people that's actually doing something in their life, you know what I mean? Like put you in these places where you need to be that you didn't even think that you'll even be in this spot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like I met my best friend Miss Lovey. Oh man, ever since I met her, it just things has been rolling. You know what I'm saying? I love her to death.
And
Shout out to Miss Lovey, Love the Jam Radio.
Shout out, Miss Lovey. And you know, this is the thing when it come down to actually sauces and seasonings you make. Which one is your best one? Like if let's say if I was gonna be a customer,
Okay.
and I must give you a prime example.
Okay.
Everybody know me. They know I like chicken.
For sure.
But my
sure.
favorite part of the chicken is a breast. I'm a breast man. I love a breast. It's done like a nice, good, fat, plump, juicy breast. I'm just being honest with
breast
you.
Breast man.
So what seasoning would you actually go to and say, hey man, this is what you need? I got a romantic date.
Okay.
I'm going out on a date. I'm trying to impress this girl.
Okay.
And I want to have a romantic night, and I want to turn back around. I want to make it a night that she will not forget. What type of seasoning would you recommend for me to take to put on my breast? I'm going to put the breast, I'm going to bake it in the oven because I want the juices to stay in. So what sauce or what seasoning would you suggest personally that I need to go with?
Okay. Well, it depends on the taste. So you can have the spicy seasonings, you know what I'm saying, or you can have the regular seasonings. I'm finna come out with 2 more different seasons. It's gonna be an all-purpose.
I like all-purpose because
OG all-purpose.
like seasonals I used to do. So I got all-purpose.
The all-purpose
I
seasoning.
would like.
You know what I mean? And I'm finna come out with a lemon pepper.
Oh man,
seasoning.
hold on, man, you got me, you got me stuck because I like lemon pepper too.
See, I got a lemon pepper, but I haven't came out to the public. I've been seasoning with it myself and everything, you know, but I haven't came out to the public yet. But it's smacking. You know what I mean? You know, so I don't want to spoil a surprise or anything, but you know, I might, you know, so I'm gonna have a little, you know, so I'm gonna have a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be his special seasonings. You know what I mean?
So, but basically, now, do you ever have it? I'm glad you said that. Do you have like certain people that say, "Hey, look, I like a sauce, I like a seasoning. I want that to be my signature sauce. I don't want nobody to get it. I want that exclusively for me."
Hey, if they want it, they got it.
The money is right.
Right.
If you can pay for it, it'll be yours. Now,
Exactly.
have you thought about actually? I'm pretty sure that when you do your seasonings and your sauces that you actually do, how did you come up with the name for your seasoning? That's the thing. That's a kicker to me.
Okay, well, the seasonings it was pretty simple.
Okay.
I just put a Z on it because you know it's like it's gonna get you where you need to be, gonna get you in the couch. The Z's, you know what I'm saying? You might doze off a little bit if you're too comfortable, you know what I mean? So I just seasonings, just like cookies and cream, they change it from the C to the Z,
That's right. Like the outsiders.
right?
Outsiders with a Z.
Outsiders with a Z.
Yes. And you're right. It's something about those Z's. I think Z's, especially if you have a word that has S on the end of it or S in the beginning, you can always switch out the S with a Z
Exactly.
all day long. And a lot of people, they don't think about that.
Right.
And I like that about you because any product that you do is actually good. I've never had nobody I talked to, even about you over the weekend, nobody said nothing negative about you. Nobody say he's not a good guy. Everybody say he has the best. Prices cannot be touched. I'm just going to make that clear. Prices cannot be touched. You can't compare them. This is going to sound crazy. Are you like Walmart? Do you match prices? I hate to say that, baby.
Well, I was just like really raised on like, if you're getting a good price, why not, you know what I'm saying, give it to the people at an even better price so they can like you can prosper
Mm-hmm.
and they can prosper too as well because like it's cheaper for them too. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like why overcharge for something you're not being overcharged for?
That makes sense. So, Kato, he's a real big fan of a lot of type of exotic stuff, and he always talk about it. Do you ever get like special orders where somebody want to say, "Can you bake me something?"
Yes.
and put like your stuff on? Is it difficult or
Uh, it's difficult if you haven't done it before.
okay?
You know what I mean? So if I haven't actually done it before, I will probably tap in with other people that have actually baked, that actually, can bake way better than I can. You know what I mean? And I'll tap in with them. I just give them my ingredients and I pay them to do it for sure. So, of course, they're getting paid too.
Yes, yes, yes.
But of course, I'm also using, using their name. Baked by products by Hood
There you go.
Cuisine.
Basically, like y'all collabing with each other.
Exactly.
Yes, and another thing I do want to ask, because a lot of people ask these questions. Every time they hear Infuse, they, oh man, this is it. This man, I'm telling you personally, this is a legal operation. So let's make sure we clear this up, because people always think that's illegal, this and that. No, this man is not selling weed. So let's make sure marijuana, he's not selling that. So let's make sure we get this clear. This is not what he's doing.
Right.
And what the man does is this man has a license in what he's actually doing. This is not no stuff that you just turn it back around. He just woke up one day and say, "Hey, let me go ahead and let me do it." He's as good at what he do because, like I say, his products. I had a friend of mine to test the product out, and Kato was right. He was right, man. I'm not lying. He was right for his birthday, man. He was pretty good. He was feeling good, and he got up the next day. He was feeling even better than he was the night before. So I do like how your products are. Now, another question I do want to actually ask you is, do you ever get backlash from people? Because every good product you got somebody that have a backlash. Like, I got this new season that I came out with. You may want to try. Well, man, my homeboy, he do the same stuff at his house right there. He do the same stuff too, man. It tastes the same. You ever have to deal with that type of stuff?
All the time. It's like I was talking to this one vendor, you know what I mean? He has everything, like they had butter, they had sugar, they had, I think they had flour too or whatnot. You know what I mean? And juices. They had everything. And I just talked to him about my seasonings, you know what I mean? Oh man, I was finna get into that and stuff too. But I said, man, look at all this stuff you have, guy. Can I have this one thing? Like I didn't mention I got that stuff too, you know what I mean? I'm just talking to you about the stuff that's nice, you know what I mean? Talking about your product, about your stuff. I'm telling you, saying congratulate them. I didn't get no, hey man, that's nice. You know, it just, I was finna start doing it. Woo, man. Okay, that's nice, but I actually got it. Why don't we
Collab. I mean,
collab?
hook up. You couldn't. It's like exotic pop. They had to start from somewhere.
Exactly.
And some people don't know. Somebody had a dream, and they said they wanted to do exotic pop. It started with one person, now another person. Now almost all the rappers have an exotic pop,
Exotic pop, exactly.
just like the chips, the rap snacks.
The rap snacks.
with
right?
Master P.
Right.
Shout out to Master P for actually paying their way doing the rap snacks.
Right.
Look at how hold on, I do got to say this. Master P, you need a rap snack for a Houston artist. Is it a Houston artist on the rap snack yet? I ain't never seen no rap snack from nobody from Houston. Not even Scarface, not even Lil Flip,
Yeah, they need
Slip
to.
Thug. They need to get somebody.
Yeah, Master P, how about you get Lil Pat the nicest? You know what I mean? I hear he's doing big things. He out there in New York right now. You know what I'm saying? A Billboard. You know what I mean? That's
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's Houston rapper
Yeah,
coming up. You know what I mean?
Hey, I saw Biggie on the chips. Where's Tupac?
Yeah.
Give me some Thug Passion chips, man. I'm on about.
Man, you feel me?
Yes,
Some
man.
Poetic Justice chips. You know?
Oh man, that's bad. Poetic Justice chips. Man, I never would have thought of that, man. That is, that's exactly those chips will be fire, man. Poetic Justice chips, man. I wonder what flavor they will actually be. It'll probably be something that'd be really good and exotic.
You feel me?
Yes, yes. Now, this is one last question I do want to ask you.
Okay.
In doing your business, did you started a little bit after COVID or before COVID? Because a lot of people businesses actually started after COVID. Some started during COVID and some started before. When did you actually start your actual
So
business?
I actually started my business, I think it was after COVID, 21, because I actually started because my dad passed away.
Oh man.
And yeah, it was a hard time for me. I was depressed. I couldn't sleep, had insomnia. So I always wanted to try edibles, but it was just on some like recreational, you know what I mean? But then now it was really medicinal because I was literally depressed. I was literally not getting any sleep. So it just started from me making some butter and eating some pancakes and, you know what I mean? And then it just, from me just cooking for myself, going to sleep, my friends was over. Hey, man, you got that butter? Yeah, I'll be cooking, you know what I mean? Hey, let me try some. All right, cool. I make tacos.
Oh, hold on, man. You said tacos. Hold on. Kato love fish tacos, shrimp. He's one person. If you make him a taco, he's gonna tell you if it's good or not. If the season is good, I'm not lying. He's gonna say, "Hey, man, this stuff was good, man." He's one type of person. No matter what somebody bring, he's all for it. He gonna be down with it, man.
For sure.
I respect that big time with him. Tacos is actually good, man.
Oh,
You ever did one with a? I'm a hamburger dude. You ever did one like with a?
I got infused stuffed turkey sliders and turkey burgers. It's stuffed with cheese. Even the bun is infused.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh man, this is making me weak, man. This is like amazing, man. To see somebody that your age and young. If George Washington Carver can do something with a peanut, I'm just saying.
Right.
I mean, who's to say that actually that we can't have people that look like us, that see like us? It doesn't matter if you white, you black, you Hispanic, Chinese. It don't matter if you can turn back around, if you can envision it and you can see it. It can come true, man. And you like a walking. That's why I like to actually support my people.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna ask you to come support me and I can't support you. It doesn't matter if it's $5. Don't matter if it's $10, it's $15. Man, your stuff is well packaged.
Appreciate it.
It ain't nothing rigged up. Everything is put together like it's manufactured straight off the assembly line. It's well put together. It's nothing all just thrown together and bunched up like somebody that went down there to Walmart and print something out on the printer and stuck it on the pack. No, it's actually done right.
Yes,
and the product was actually good. Kato was definitely happy. He was actually satisfied. And I had to personally make sure I got you in the studio because I wanted you to be here because I want the world to see this man is actually good. Have you thought about having a restaurant, like having like your own little restaurant?
Oh yeah, I always thought about having my own restaurant, and like especially for our black folks that's got high blood pressure. The seasoning actually don't have any salt as well.
What?
Yes. My seasonings don't have any salt, but my all-purpose seasonings and my lemon pepper seasoning is gonna have a little salt in it. But I'm gonna have one with no salt, one with salt.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a friend that I met a month ago. She has a Cajun New Orleans place on Homestead here in Houston.
Okay.
We were talking about coming out to her place for the Houston WAP that's coming up next month.
Okay.
And I need to hook y'all up because she got wings. She do boudin. I'm just thinking in my mind. I'm picturing.
Boudin.
Hey, I'm thinking about your seasoning in a boudin, and especially if it's smoked.
Yeah. And boudin balls.
Oh yeah, Kato love balls. I'm not lying. He loved those boudin balls, man. Man, that's one thing. A lot of stuff we've been introducing him to because he's Filipino, so his culture probably don't eat a lot of stuff. But I actually introduced him. I know I bought him a plate. My mom had cooked. It was some. She made some cabbage, rice, cornbread, roast with the gravy. The boy got it. When he got it with the potatoes in there, I told him, I said, do not eat this right now. By the time he ate that food, he saw, man, he didn't do nothing. By the time he ate that food, got home, gone. He was gone. Knocked out. I said, man, bro, that's that soul food kitchen.
Soul food.
Yeah, man, that soul food stuff. It's actually good. Have you
Stick
had
to
any
you.
soul food restaurants that you actually talked to about putting your seasonings and your
I actually talked to Soul Food Vegan.
Okay.
And I talked to Wild Concept, the new infused restaurant.
Matter of fact, it's a guy. He's the first black market in the state of Texas.
Okay.
It's actually over here in the area where the building is. I'm gonna take you to him and introduce y'all to each other. He's a person you may want to probably put your stuff in because he specialized in lot of vegan stuff,
Okay.
a lot of all natural foods that's actually good. And he has a whole bunch of stuff. If it's organic, 9 times out of 10, it's inside of his place. I did
Okay.
see the Master P. I never seen it nowhere else, but the Master P noodles. He got the gumbo. That man got 'em.
I seen the Master P noodles.
He got the Master P noodles, the gumbo one, and the chicken one. He got all the wrap snacks. He got like a lot of stuff that people. I didn't see the exotic pop in there, but everything else I pretty much saw it in there. He actually got it. I'm gonna introduce y'all to each other because we supposed to be able to network with each other, and we let it grow for like that. Then it'll go to your local Walmarts and
Right.
Krogers and stuff.
Right.
People don't understand. Hard to find stuff and good stuff is actually better than you can find it everywhere all over the store because everybody got it.
Everybody
It makes it
got
watered down. But when you have something that, hey man, you only can go get it only from over here, man. These are people exclusive. That stuff right there is always better and it's always good.
See, that's why I learned from my best friend. She said, you don't want it to be for everybody. You want to be exclusive. So that's why I don't do a lot of pop-up shops. That's why that's why you can't find me everywhere. You got to order from my website or you got to catch me at an exclusive show or, you know what I'm saying, a pop-up shop that I choose to do.
Yeah, you know, the person I talked to had told me, it's very hard. How did you get him? I say, don't ask me that question. I'm not going to answer that question. Like they said, man, he don't really be everywhere like you think, man. And only way you're going to know if somebody told you he's going to exclusively be there.
Exactly.
And if you do, you got to go there and you got to know what you want right then and there. And they say, even when you go there, they say he sell out.
Yeah.
They say he sell out fast. I was like, for real? They say, yes, man. They say he don't have nothing. That just when that man leave, 9 times out of 10, all the product is gone. Probably gone within an hour. It's gone. It's not there no more.
For sure. It's man, you got to get it while it's hot.
That's right. Now, we come to my favorite segment.
Okay.
But before we do that, this is one thing I do want to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get tired? You know, people do all this stuff. Do you ever get tired?
There's a time when you get tired of talking to a lot of different people, like, and then you probably meet a lot of the same people, but you really like you don't know them, but they know you.
That's right.
So it's like it's hard to like try to remember when you're doing shows. You're a little inebriated at the time, you know what I mean? They look familiar. But it's like, but you don't want to be rude. Like, I don't know, but God damn it, I remember a face.
You showed me. That's one thing
You know
I will
what I
always
mean?
remember is a face. Yes.
Remember a face. But it's like tired. I'm always working. So
Gotcha.
it's like business. Like business is my pleasure. You know what I mean? I was always doing business, even as a kid, I guess, even in high school. Me and my friend, Don D, my best friend, you know what I'm saying? As a kid growing up, we was just like at home making shirts, putting paint on shirts and pants, and
remember
I
that
was
back in the
ironing
days.
on the pictures and stuff.
Yes,
and,
you could print the paper out, put it on the shirt, get you. I think it was made by hands. If I'm
Yeah,
not
it was made by
mistaken.
hand. Get the iron.
and you can iron it on, and you got that big. You may have a big old square in the middle of your chest, but hey,
Yeah.
you got the picture that you actually want.
That you actually
you are
want.
you definitely right. This one inkjet printers and stuff was. Yes, I remember that. Now. We come to my favorite segment. It's called Leon's Top 5. Leon is a cousin of mine that actually got killed in an 18-wheeler truck.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that.
Going almost going to be 2 years now. He's been gone. It seemed like yesterday that it just happened. But he was a big fan of all my shows.
Okay.
So what we do is here, what would be your top 5 artists that you listen to? It can be a rap artist. It can be a gospel artist. It can be blues. It can be jazz. It can be country. It can be reggae. It can be zydeco.
Okay.
What's the top 5 artists that you listen to?
Top 5, I know for sure in my my playlist. Number 1 is Lil Pat the Nicest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I listen to Shondo Blade too, cause man,
Okay.
working out.
Okay.
Growing up, I was definitely listening to Tupac,
All right.
Drew Hill.
Okay. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need.
You know what I mean? Who else? I gotta say R. Kelly, man.
Hey, you know.
Gotta say R. Kelly.
Before I say R. Kelly, I do have to say this. Let me go back to two people. I always been a diehard Tupac fan. Anybody know me? They know I'm a Tupac fan because
Sure.
Tupac told a story.
Yeah, he did.
People may not like what I'm going to say. R. Kelly told a story too,
He did.
and you.
He did.
One thing I tell people, you can't. I never condone on anything what people do.
So,
Whatever you do, I feel like. I'm gonna use Superman for an example. Superman and Clark Kent is two different people.
exactly.
Superman tried to save the planet.
Right.
Clark Kent is just a regular person that walk around.
Mm-hmm.
He make mistakes all day long. Try to fix them. Superman basically projects himself as being flawless. So when you look at people like Michael Jackson, he took Michael Jackson through so much stuff.
Right.
With the stuff they talking about, he messing with a child and this and that. And even though he proved up until his death that it wasn't true, before he actually got to that point where he had to fight in his career, so many people classified him as a pedophile. He messed with little kids and this and that. And Michael Jackson really never had he never actually had a childhood. So people, they don't understand that. So that was stripped from him. He was entertaining my parents because I'm 41, so he was entertaining my parents. And then when he got up in age, he was entertaining me because I'm a Michael Jackson like.
Oh yeah, I
fan.
love Michael Jackson too.
So when you look at R. Kelly, when a lady told me the other day, she didn't like R. Kelly, and I told her this. I say, "You like Michael Jackson?" She said, "Oh, I love Michael Jackson."
Yeah, of course.
I say, "Can you turn back around and tell me your top 5 Michael Jackson songs you like?" She said, "I like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." I said, "Okay." She said, "I like The Girl Is Mine." I say, "Okay." She said, "I like Scream." I said, "Okay, I like that." She said, "I like You Are Not Alone." I said, "Okay, that's cool." She said, "And I can't forget about Thriller."
Of course, you can't forget about
I say, "Okay." I say, "So all them songs you like?" She said, "I love them. I support them." I said, "Did you know that R. Kelly wrote You Are Not Alone?" So every time you support Michael Jackson, you support R. Kelly.
Right.
So do you not like the song now? She was like, "No, I like the song, but I did." I say, Michael Jackson, that song, You Are Not Alone, R. Kelly wrote the song. You can't take it from him. Talent is talent.
Yeah, talent is talent.
I tell people, I have nothing against Ron Isley and the Isley brothers. At a point in time, the Isley brothers basically, especially Ron Isley, was recycling their music. R. Kelly introduced you to Mr. Biggs.
Exactly.
People forget
He
about
sure
that.
did.
He actually
Oh,
say,
Contagious! Don't nobody forget about Contagious.
yes, it started with the down low.
Yeah.
And then because remember in the video it had Fancy, old girl from Jamie Foxx show, was in the video, and it started right there, and then boom, it's like Ron Isley went even higher than what he is. Now I don't know if he performed his songs he did with Kelly or Kelly did, but people don't understand. Music is music. Look at Charlie Wilson. They can say what they want to say.
Yeah, they can say what they want.
He introduced the world to Uncle Charlie. And people know Charlie
Last name Wilson.
There you go. Last name Wilson. You found out who that is. So R. Kelly, I'm always gonna be a fan of good, authentic music. Prime example. Somebody say, "Well, how can you support somebody that's a child pedophile?" Okay. I asked one lady one time, she was listening to her music, riding down the street. And we ended up being at an event. She's talking to me. We talking about music. R. Kelly music came on. She got upset. I just was listening to her. She was listening to Blue Suede Shoes.
Okay.
I say, "Did you know how old Elvis Presley's first wife was?" She wasn't 18. I can tell you that.
Yeah, she was nuts.
Yeah, but people, they don't turn back. But people overlook that. Public Enemy told us that.
Yeah.
If you listen to
They
Fight the
overlook a lot of
Power,
shit.
y'all can go ahead and Google it. They basically tell you.
Yeah.
Right there in the song. You can go back and you can look it up. I don't have to go in details. You should know. Now, tell the people, how can they find you on the internet, social media, everywhere? How can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Hood Cuisine. It's HOODCUIZINE. And you can find me at my website at www.hoodcuisine.com.
See, entrepreneurship, Black History Month. I need you guys to support. Go and spend. You ever thought about having like a cooking show?
Yeah, I was just thinking about just talking about having a cooking show. We, sit around, converse, all my peoples,
Okay.
converse, and we have a meal, a full course meal. You know what I'm saying? Started off with appetizers, main course, and dessert, Have 3, maybe 4 course meal. Take you home something, lit hood cuisine gift bag.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay, well, I definitely enjoyed you, and I'm glad we had you on for Black History Month.
I'm glad to be
And
here.
it's amazing to see the things that we can do with our hands.
Yeah. And
Some
the
people,
mind.
yeah, some people not only have good hands, they have good eyes to see a vision and see where it takes them. And you definitely have that vision, and you got my full support.
Appreciate
And
it.
whatever you decide to do, whether whatever show it is, if we can help you, but I do want to ask you why you're right here.
Okay.
Are you thinking about coming out with a hood cuisine cookbook? I
Mm.
thought about it the whole time we talking. I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I wonder would he come out with a cookbook? I mean, it's something to think about. I know you have
It is something to think
recipes
about.
that you may not want to give the world, but also too, you think about like I may not get them my good recipes, but I'm gonna make special recipes that I'm gonna do that's gonna be made for this book and these type of dishes that you can actually make. People will buy it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that because more and more people been telling me to do YouTube, a cooking show, and actually show the people how I'm cooking or what I'm using to cook with. You know what I mean? And
Okay,
I don't got no problem doing that. But a cookbook, that sounds like a way
that's a
better,
game changer.
yeah,
Because you
game
think about it,
changer
if
right
you get
there.
the cookbook, you can just do volume one. You can probably do about you don't have to overcrowd it,
Yeah.
20 or 30 pages, but good idea. As they look at your book, you also tell a story of when you was coming up.
Mm.
So you start from the beginning and what inspired you to do. And I'll help you assist
Okay.
you with the whole book, man. You just tell me what you man. We'll sit down. I'll help you put the whole book together, free of charge. You gotta give me nothing. I'll sit there and help you put everything together. Help you design it the way you want to design it. Boom, there it
Okay.
is. And you take it and distribute it to whoever you want to distribute it to. Boom, there it is.
Hey man, I'm with that for sure.
Okay. All right, cool. I definitely enjoyed having you on, and we will have you on a later update.
For sure.
But please follow him. And I also need you guys to make sure you go to his website, man. Check it out. It don't hurt you. If you can go down to Walmart and spend prices is high, if you can go spend $8, $9, $10 on some seasoning, spend the money with the man. That's why we can always progress and grow. You don't know the people that make Zatarans, but you see the man right here, big as day. Always remember, anything is possible. Thank y'all for choosing Chopping Up a Little Run. Until next time, we out. Peace.